girl who knows that sometimes when you listen to these sessions, they can be a little bit confusing because in one side of the coin, they are saying, relax, enjoy life, don't get, your knickers in a twist about some of the information and don't go into fear and panic. And then yet on the other side of the coin, they're telling us this really full-on stuff that wants to trip us into fear and panic and get our knickers in a twist, right? So it's always interesting, right? They want us to take life not so seriously. They want us to have fun. They want us to find inner peace and joy and balance and harmony and just roll with life and not be stressed about anything coming in the future and just go with the flow, right? That's what they really, really, really want us to do while being high frequency. And so it's kind of like they've got a big list for us. And it's fantastic. We can do everything that is needed and required to fulfill our life contracts and purposes being here. But sometimes I understand it sounds inconsistent, right? They're saying, relax, enjoy it. But then also don't relax so much that you're not being of service, and actually be purposeful and serve humanity rather than just your own personal self-interests, right? There is a huge difference between loving self, respecting self, and being selfish. Absolutely, right? And I see a few people trying to sort of, work the system and sort of labeling it as, this is just part of me loving self. When it's very clear, no, it's not you empowering yourself. It is you being so self-serving. You actually are trying to lie to me and to other people about your agendas. So there's that, right? Sort of unfortunate. So we've got to have our own sessions. Interns are free. And if you don't know how to find the list of interns, I think all of these sessions have had a link to the official QHHT website, which you can search for practitioners and search for level 1 interns. They do sessions for free. And they need to do 25 clients, right? So that's quite a lot. That's quite a big effort. And when real people who really care about humanity, who really want to help and be of service and use this method that Dolores Cannon got out through all her hard work, and she didn't write, her conscious mind, her Mr. Stupid didn't write that script. She was given that script by high dimensional beings, right? So there's that, significant. So those real people, those real genuine gifts to humanity that are trying to be of service to help assist people, who do these sessions, this work, they need your support while doing 25 sessions, right? And then, help them grow, help them question this, help them understand this, help them have faith in this work and understand the difference between a conscious mind and the subconscious and how to work and talk and connect in with the subconscious and have great respectful communication and connections while using the client's body to not trip them out of that relaxed state. There's a lot to it, right? So, we want to support everyone that truly wants to be of service and kind of not ghost, but not really entertain and empower and enable those people who are working with ego. Right? Because we know the difference and it's awkward. We want to avoid those conversations where we want to sort of say to certain influencers and friends, get over yourselves and your ego, because you actually need to humble yourself to be actually of true service, because everything you sort of seem to be doing seems very self-focused, right? And it's interesting, a lot of people who want these sessions to be able to kind of poke it because they really question the integrity of the information. And when they get given the same information that the new Earth is off planet and blah, 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 laser event, blah, 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 earthquakes, volcanoes, blah, 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 the same stuff. What do they do with that information, right? You think then that they would really make them be motivated and step up to really be able to share the information. This is my session. It scares the shit out of me because I wasn't prepared to hear any of this, because I didn't believe any of it. And yet my subconscious is very certain and is saying all that information in a session. There's that, I'm working through it, right? Instead of actually sharing it to their spiritual communities, their other gurus and all this other stuff, they kind of don't share it, don't want to talk about it, almost embarrassed that this information came out of their mouths, because they're not empowering themselves to trust the information and they don't really know how to share this information. Great suggestion to everyone. Interns are free. You don't just have to have your own sessions. You could also encourage and inspire other spiritual people who are wanting to truly channel and connect in. We're very aware that lots of people still are insistent in thinking that the new earth and 5D is just a mindset and it's here and they're already in it. Cute, right? Fucking adorable at this point. But if that's all they can cope with, we can respect that, right? If that's the maximum that they're willing to be able to understand and process, they're at that smorgasbord and they're taking small bites. And the subconscious won't give you all the big information if you've still got lots of things to digest, like lots of inner work, and you're not actually looking at some of your behaviors and your agendas for humanity. So there's that. It's fascinating. Okay, so Robin Williams came in yesterday to remind me of a few things, which is you can have fantastic fun in life, but you must also focus, right? And I know this, and this is why it's kind of like when I first connected in with him through a session, I thought he was going to be hilarious and funny, and, I needed upliftment. I needed to be entertained. Right? How obnoxious of me and presumptuous of me to think that that was still his agenda, or his demeanor, I should say. So he is an advanced being now, and I think it was a big challenge for him in his lifetime to always be on, to always entertain, and to always uplift. And lots of people relied on him to be that goofball, to be that silly guy, but in reality, he was actually going through his own personal stuff as well. And where do you lean on? Where do you go when you need your own upliftment and boosting, when everyone's relying on you to do it for them? So, if you had just empowered and loved yourself, Robin, then it would have been so fantastic for him, right? And so he can see that now, but the weight of the world was on him, and, there was a lot of other stuff going on. So he's saying drugs are bad. Drugs are bad, okay? But it was also the numbing. He was trying to numb himself with a lot of stuff. So there's that, unfortunately, right? But all lessons are purposeful, and he's cool with it. But so he came in yesterday to remind me that, and I already know this, but it's really what he wanted to share with you. So, all jokes aside, know the difference of when you can just relax and not buy into the dramas of it, right? So don't buy into the dramas of what you see in mainstream media, right? That's entertainment. I would probably trust a gossip magazine to be factual versus listening to the news, right? Because it's so twisted and perverted right now. And Dolores Cannon knew that. And so what are you focusing on? Where are you getting your information from? And are you still seeking influences that potentially haven't done any of their inner work, haven't truly honestly empowered themselves, and don't have a metaphysical higher perspective from their own teams, a true honest teams? I mean, we've all seen people say that they've got great connections to their guides or whatever, and then speak a lot of bullshit. Right? So check your egos and check your influencers' egos. Are they speaking the truth and you just blindly trusting them, or are they selling you entertainment? Are they selling you a whole bunch of hopes and dreams? Everything's fantastic, love and light, yay, just start manifesting, setting the intentions for abundance of wealth and security and blah, 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 right? Okay, so if we're still trying to hustle and trying to earn heaps of money, maybe focus on something else, because, this is not it. Money is not going to give you inner peace, my friends, at all. In fact, a lot of people are super fucking fake because they let money and influence and what they can share on their social media in terms of their affluence. One suggests a lot of money and the other one suggests a lot of shit. So basically the same thing, right? I'm in this mood today. So it gets quite sort of challenging, right? What are we supposed to focus on to be like all imbalanced and neutral and just go with the flow and not buy into it, such as mainstream media? Versus what do we really need to focus on and actually not take so lightheartedly and actually take real serious? And I know that lots of people sort of like, oh, well, who knows what's really going on? Who knows about the new earth or 5D or blah, 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 blah. It's so confusing because everyone's saying so many different things. This is why it is so important for everyone to have their own sessions. This is why it is so crucial for people to actually have their own sessions. And I was talking to a friend the other day. She is doing something else. I can't even remember what the name is, but it sounds very similar to these sessions, but it's very fast. And it's reprogramming positivity in a different perspective. And I'm loving it. And I want to talk to her about it more, to either be able to share with you this other process. So I don't want you to think that, I'm just only focused on QHHT or BQH, because however, if you have to shave your head and live on a mountain and wear nappies, and call yourself blossom butterfly cup, whatever you need to do to be able to get in and to connect in with your teams, I fully support you and endorse you and celebrate you and jazz hands you always, right? So however you can get to connect in with your teams, this is a highly big recommendation from me to you, my opinion and all. But it's worked and helped so many people. So, check what you are doing. How are you connecting into your teams? Have you ignored them still? Are they trying to tap onto your shoulder and get your attention severely? What does it look like? Yes, I forgot to say, and maybe I have said this before, but if we are ignoring them, they will get quite stroppy potentially. And I know that people who have had broken bones have been given a break. Broken bones, given a break. So can you see the correlation there? See the message there? Whatever is happening for you, you are being given a break. So your physical body is being taken offline, shall we say, for you to be able to slow the F down. And so, what is going on for your body? Your body is very literal. It's not as mysterious as we assume it to be. So whatever is going on, what did I have? Knee problems, you're not flexible and not wanting to move forward, it's just really simple, it's really basic. We try to use our Mr. Egos and our Mr. Stupid, and we try to make things super complicated, and it just, turns into a hot mess quite quickly. So there's that. So getting back to, it felt like Buddha, Robin, and Bob Marley all had the same message. Is to stop taking life so seriously, but focus on the things that actually truly matter. And right now we're supposed to be supporting humanity, right? So we have to be fully honestly loving ourselves and fully honestly loving others without an agenda to, well, if I give them some love and attention, they owe me, and so they better give me love and attention back. It doesn't work like that, my friends, okay? So when people are not loving themselves and haven't empowered themselves, they're going to be able to give you jack fucking shit, because they're so self-absorbed, they're so self-focused, unfortunately, but that's how it is. And so a lot of us pour attention and love into many, many, many people, and we sort of expect it should be returned. Basically respect to be ignored while they are still focusing on and obsessing on their own issues and their own problems, right? Hurt people, and it's not because they're trying to hurt you, but they're so ignorant and blind to the rest of the world, as they are still thinking that they are, these unique unicorns, and their lives are important to them, and that's fantastic. But it's very frustrating when we see that they're looping and they're distracted from the full everything that's going on, the spiritual awakening, because they're so obsessed with money or social groups or something that really is quite a strong distraction. And so when you have your own sessions, what are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with that information, right? Are you going to just go, okay, I'm just going to keep that private and secret and never share that? Or are you going to find like-minded groups and actually share your information? What to do. In a work, obviously, if you're not confident to share your own information because you're still resisting and denying the information, big information there, right? So whatever you choose to do and however you want to empower yourself and others, it's always a choice, right? I'm just going to pause this for 1 second. 1 moment, please. So I'm that girl who forgot where she was in that middle of that rant. Okay, so there's that. So isn't it challenging to know this information and then to figure out what the heck do we do with it, right? Do we just sit on it? Do we eat our fingers off, our nails off, wondering, what do we do? Or do we just feel like, sweet, cool, we've got the information that applies to us, don't need to do anything else with it. I'm just going to distract myself with the rest of my living. Potentially not, my friends. So I know many practitioners who have got given information that really blew their minds because they assumed that the new birth was already here, right? Because that's what they've been told by the official people. But yet officially we don't hear it in real sessions, do we? Only trust real sessions. You've heard enough real raw sessions, full sessions, to understand how they work and what is going on there, right? So when someone's telling you their opinion and their mindset of what they think is going on, cool and cute, but where can you back it up? How can they back it up? Give me sessions that you've done so we can hear it, right? And learn about it and explore it more. Funny thing is, right, they don't seem to share their real sessions or their full sessions or any sessions. In fact, it's just their consciousness constantly talking to you. Interesting, right? So why are we still trusting 3D beings? Why are we still trusting like Mr. Stupid and all that sort of stuff, right? Because we want to believe, we should be able to believe others, we should be able to trust others, absolutely. But when we're having high dimensional beings coming through in sessions and saying other things, who should we listen to? The challenge, right? This is why it's so good to have your own sessions and relax into it. Please remember, you will not see things in sessions. Please remember, you will not hear things in sessions, right? It's all about senses and relaxing into it. And, when you don't see anything, oh gosh, I don't know, nothing. I see nothing, Joe, I see nothing. Yeah, of course you won't see anything. Your eyes are shut. But the sessions are about the mind's eye and exploring what you can feel into it and sense. And it's these weird things that just suddenly pop into your mind. And you think, that's not significant. That's not important. I want to hear about the shift. I don't care about, my 5th birthday party, blah, 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 right? We will try to dictate what we want to see and what we want to hear and all that sort of stuff. So as a client, I would recommend you just fully relax into it, surrender into it, trust whatever pops into your mind, and just speak and share. Don't edit, don't hold back, don't suppress, don't judge, don't critique it. You're wasting your time and you're wasting the practitioner's time as well. So fully surrender in, relax. If you're holding tension in the bodies, let it go, let it go. Let it go, right? Mr. Stupid runs most of your life the entire time that you're awake, right? So when you have those sessions, relax and enjoy the spa treatment and enjoy the subconscious coming through. The subconscious takes about an hour. And this is the thing I was talking about before. A friend of mine's doing this other thing, and it actually sounds like you can connect in with the subconscious a lot faster and quicker. And I'm kind of loving that. And it doesn't seem like it's so woo-woo spiritual as well. And I'm kind of liking that too, because I think a lot of people don't want to share this stuff because she talks about ETs and Jesus being on a ship and a whole lot of stuff, right? Which is, it's a lot. If you're just starting to wake up to spirituality and you've still got, butt hurt feelings from religion, you're going to struggle. Absolutely going to struggle. So there's that, my friends. What else can I share with you today? So yeah, as I started off saying, it is quite confusing, right? When they're like, relax, enjoy, have no worries. And then the other side of it is like, focus, 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 share, empower people, blah, 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 blah. It kind of can be a mixed message and confusion, right? I know a lot of amazing people who have got amazing sessions, don't know what to do with them, right? Oh my God, if I shared this with my husband, he would sign, he would commit me. I've heard that once or twice, right? And, don't blame them because it's extraordinary big information. It's not love and light messages. It is obviously, but it's quite a lot. Evacuation of a planet definitely gets a lot of people into fear. You freak out. You're not prepared to hear that because in your conscious awakening days, you think, how is that even possible? That's just so out there that is so nonsense. And, you know, when we are like critiquing it without Mr. Stupid, it doesn't make sense, does it? It doesn't seem even valid or possible. And yet when you're in sessions and you've got the full on mega power that is your subconscious, who is fully certain and delivering you this big information, that's really undeniable. Like, that is truly undeniable. And this is what freaks people out, that undeniability. This is why people don't want to listen to these sessions. Listening to sessions, oh my God, when you have to hear your subconscious say they need to love themselves more honestly, they need to let lots of shit go that they're holding onto in the past, and they actually need to empower themselves with love and actually honor and love all those prickly cactuses. Yeah, I wouldn't want to listen to that too. But we all have had to, right? We've all had to listen to our own sessions where they've been telling us very honestly where our inner work is and empower ourselves. And do we want to be stuck? How many times do we need to listen to certain things before we want to apply it? Right? It's all choices. And so I love those people who listen to their sessions and truly make the effort to apply the information to empower themselves. And I've had other people who are asking the same questions and stuck on the same stuff. And I can feel like their subconscious is like, we already discussed this last time. And I'm like, I know, I thought we did too. And then the client's like, no, I've never heard that before. Never heard that I need to love myself. Never heard that I have to empower others and love others and treat each other as if we're one, and be kind and compassionate and not so self-centered. Okay. That's a choice. Anyway, I feel like I've got so much to say to you guys, but, you know, is it time to start calling out the bullshit in the world? And when you've got your session information and you know what's true for you, are you still just watching the world in the spiritual world and not being a participant, not actually sharing your truth? Are you too shy? Are you holding back? Are you just going, oh, well, that's them. That's all cute. That's where they're at in their stages. Or are you sharing something to help people? Because when we can't have confidence and say the new earth is a new planet, are you really helping people? Because a lot of people intuitively know that. And this is why they're so confused why other people are saying it's already here. They're in the fifth dimension. Right? So truth always has a higher integrity, right? And dishonesty and limited perspective always has this confusion feel about it, because intuitively we know the full truth. Absolutely. And then we start doubting and questioning it and judging it, and then it gets a hot mess again. But this is why it's so important to have your own sessions, whatever it is, so important to just take some time out and go within. Lots of people say, I can't do these sessions, Joe, because I can't meditate. Well, who has freaking time to meditate, right? Not me. But the times that I have tried to meditate, I can get instant connections in with my teams. So I don't spend any real time meditating. I just spend lots of time doing these sessions and lots of times channeling. So, you know, it's just assumptions of what we think, how it should all be and how it's going to unfold and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, sorry, full mansplain today, but I think what Robin wanted us to know is absolutely know the difference between what we should not focus on and just sort of dismiss and really check ourselves. Are we distracting ourselves with nonsense? And could we be investing real time and real effort and real energy in something that's really truly going to empower us? And yeah, it just seems like we are constantly being shown disinformation in the spirituality world and the new age world and the truth of the world, blah, 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 blah. Are we still allowing that to go ahead? Or are we confident enough to share our opinions and thoughts on the matter? We don't want conflict, but you're not trying to have an argument with them. You're trying to share your thoughts and feelings about it. So, you know, it's all choices. Okay, my friends, have a fantastic day. Drink lots of water, empower yourselves, love yourselves, jazz hands. And until the next time, I'll see you later.